When I say Big Brother around this region, it's more of a reality TV show or the concept of the all-seeing eye. In all honesty, from what I gathered, it's easy to substitute Big Brother for the word power. When you check for the meaning of the word power and what it entails, one of the keywords that keeps coming up is control. You seek for control, you get influence, to be mild, and total autonomy, which is the ultimate prize. Power means riches in money, social status, political status, security, influence. The list goes on. Set around a dystopian environment, 1984 is a thought-provoking book by English author George Orwell that questions while giving insight into manipulative system of totalitarian government with the vision of controlling the reality of the less privileged, always the masses, for the benefit of protecting the power and limited luxuries generated by the economy governed and controlled by persons selectively appointed whose actions and decisions are regulated to conform to the goal of the faceless few with the higher power.
Outside, even through the short window pane, the world looked cold. Down the street, little eddies of void wind were whistling dust and turned paper into spirals. And though the sun was shining and the sky was harsh blue, there seemed to be no color in anything, except the posters that were plastered everywhere. Black, massacred face gazed down from every commanding corner. There was one on the house front immediately opposite.
So when you ask around who is Big Brother, lots of institutions, organizations, elites, and theories are mentioned, like the Illuminati, Freemason, and the concept of end times, with globalist agenda to rule the world, open the masses' eyes to Big Brother's plans. So what's his mission? Power. Power to control, power to conquer the human mind. Another question to pose is, how is Big Brother watching? These concepts I'm about mentioning aren't new or hidden. It's out there for the world to see. Like the mass surveillance, this can be as simple as your everyday handheld device or gadgets. Webcams, web pages you visit, city surveillance camera, services you employ like Bolt, your bank, your NIN, microchip implants. These are large data banks. A number of privacy breach cases have been filed that have accused individuals, corporations, and government of sharing private data of internet users without their consent and approval for the benefit, usually financial, of the aforelisted beneficiaries. Several comments across social media platforms have experienced the awe by the users of how suggestions have been situated in their feed that are in relation and correspondence to discussions that they have had with persons without being logged into the platform. Contents also flood users' feed in relation to the search and browse history across unrelated platforms. That begs the question, the logic behind the seeming calculated coincidence. One of the things that it's inevitable is control. So how is Big Brother going to assume all this control? Firstly, mind control. Mind control is the most powerful tool. In the course of history, when power was commanded, it was through sheer brutal force on subjects. But now, thanks to advances in science and technology, power is in the mind. And whoever has the key to the mind has the power. The control is purely psychological, and every individual institution is a piece of this large pie. At inception of this psychological approach to power, this might sound suggestive, but they're actually forced. This is the point where the mind is being manipulated to believe whatever it's doing is justified. You grow up seeing your parents as medical practitioners. At that moment, you set on the path of, oh, something similar. You keep doing this till you have your own offspring, and they too set to follow suit. Have you ever wondered whether this structured lifestyle is just a smokescreen or this is the way life is meant to be? Another one that is being mentioned is population control. Control doesn't only mean reduction in population, it can also mean repopulating too. What does a typical structure look like for a theory or a mindset of Big Brother? Let's take, for instance, an institution like the university as an example. The lower class comprises of lecturers and students. These are Big Brother's primary targets. The median class, this is Big Brother's police and foot soldiers. This comprises of deans, heads of department, vice chancellor, chancellor, and ultimately the higher class, who is Big Brother, the owner, the founder. But when you look at it on a larger scale, it can be mind-boggling. We haven't really talked about other mega institutions and nations. In a world which everyone works short time, hard enough to eat, live in a house with bathroom and a refrigerator, possess a motor car or even an aeroplane, the most obvious and perhaps the most important form of inequality would already disappear. If it once became general, wealth would confer no distinction. It was possible, no doubt, to imagine a world in which wealth, in a sense of personal possession and luxury, will be evenly distributed, while power remained in the hand of small privileged caste. But in practice, such society should no longer remain stable. For if luxury and security were enjoyed by all alike, the great mass of human beings that were normally stupefied by poverty will become more literal and will learn to think for themselves. In the long run, a hierarchical society was only possible on the basis of poverty and ignorance. One might ask if Big Brother is a concept, theory, an idea, or even an individual or an institution. Probably the government or the West. To be honest, it's an endless bunch of things that is constantly clouding the human mind to conform to an idea. No matter how you think you're thinking for yourself or claim to be conscious, look within yourself and ask, am I free? Or am I trapped in an endless loop?